just now. Hold on. I have it. And I have the right link.
It's too late now. It's too late now. We're live. So
I think that's becoming your catchphrase now, Ron.
Ron.
You know, it's too late. We're live.
Hey, Ron.
I hate that video so much.
My body hurts all over.
So Amy's terribly hungover. I'm starting my 2 weeks holiday. And his room changed into a Harry Potter room.
It's hardly relevant, but anyway, yeah.
When I needed something interesting to go with you, I seem to have nothing interesting going for you at the moment. So that seemed like the most interesting thing I could say.
And the owl and the robin. So yeah.
That doesn't scream masculinity.
I'm wearing a weird shirt. But I got compliments this one.
That's actually making me feel really fucking like. I was actually honest to God. I was about to say I just want to go home. And
you don't have far to go.
Start this off because I feel like we're going to veer off really quick, and I want to get into the first story as quick as humanly possible.
Go ahead.
We'll just go on the list that I have in front of me. Coming on to Raw 25 because at this time WWE remains committed to its decision, which I actually forgot that even happened.
Are your headphones connected to the laptop?
Hey.
Yeah, I can hear you, but like, is it coming through your headphones or is it through the microphone on the computer?
Why?
Because it doesn't sound like normal. Tap on the microphone there. Just like, no.
You're flicking it now.
You're coming through the microphone on the computer. just to try and bring some professionalism to the show.
New laptop, new camera, and I still can't get the fucking thing to watch with the microphone. Oh my god. This is a fucking disaster.
Yeah. We were so ready to go live.
Yeah.
What was that?
Right. Right. Does that sound better?
I'm listening to you. It's like, do this. And then all of a sudden, it's like, this would have been a perfect time. We should have gone live. And then I looked, it's like, we are live. And then I realized, oh, fuck, we are live.
Wait, do I sound better now, then?
Say that again there?
Do I sound clearer?
You sound the exact same. Whenever you think you have it, tap on the little microphone. I will let you know. No.
Take 1 step forward. No, 10 steps forward, 100 steps back. Fucking keep that hair so I suppose, because clearly we don't get a fucking microphone properly. I'm gonna have this is gonna piss me off now. God damn it. This fucking thing is a disaster already. You ever done one of these in 13 days and it's a fucking disaster?
Fuck.
Dan's just laughing at the fact of this entire thing. Do you know what? We're going to keep the podcast on Amy for this entire thing because she's just been begging
don't, because I'm after like moving and it really hurt my back and oh my god, I'm lying down and I've hurt myself. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is not a wrestling podcast. This is just a look at the state of fucking Amy podcast. How did you hurt yourself on a soft bed?
And I really fucking hurt my back.
My God, this is a fucking disaster.
Don't
Hold
try
on.
this at home.
I actually have a song for my situation. Hold on.
We might get kicked off YouTube if we play a song.
No, it's grand. No, it won't be the full thing.
I think you're allowed 15 seconds anyway.
Hold on.
I could have delayed this. If I delayed this until turn past, this whole podcast would have been a whole lot better. But no.
It's now 10:08. We were supposed to start at 7. There's a good chance that Alex can make this podcast.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm going to get a whiskey. So just give me like 2 numero unos.
okay, so hang on a second.
And just in case. And I would just stop it there. I really fucking hurt my back. God, I hate my life.
Honest to God, Aaron, if you're going to make this a weekly thing where you're going to drink whiskey, you need to start drinking different whiskies in the hopes you're going to get a sponsorship deal.
No, it's if I don't get a sponsored deal by Jameson, what's the point?
Oh, Black Barrel. Interesting.
Oh, I love Black Barrel. Amazing.
They were up on my Facebook newsfeed recently. I don't know why.
We started this podcast at the wrong time. Like, at the completely wrong fucking time. She's on her fucking phone. I'm talking about whiskeys. Now I just gotta go get ice.
At least I'm here. I might be on my phone, but at least I'm here in body. Not in mind or spirit, but I'm here.
This week's episode brought to you by Tato Mighty Munch.
Oh, do you know what I actually do have next to my bed?
Okay, back down to the news.
And
I've got
Hero.
gluten-free cookies.
Right, so apparently WWE still thinks that Hulk Hogan's a racist, and now he's not back on Raw.
Is he not back for the 25 thing?
He'll be back. You wait and see.
Well, an official WWE, like not like just WWE, but like an official one from like their corporate website. Apparently, was they remain committed to their decision.
Despite that the owner of the company has said it on an actual broadcast.
But that was a different setting, though. It's like he said nigger in like an old white guy who clearly doesn't. Yeah. He's saying it in the sense of like he's saying it in the sense though like an old white guy who doesn't realize what he's doing, whereas Hulk Hogan used it.
Whereas Hulk Hogan was using it to talk to his friends who were okay with him saying it.
That was a derogatory sense, is what I'm trying to say. V in front of a black guy, it's cool.
Anyway,
Hulk Hogan's like,
it ain't over.
It is one of those things that like Hulk Hogan is that type of person where you kind of like, do you know that member of your family? It's the uncle that turns up to events that get really after finishing. No, but it's cool though. Like I'm with those people. I have like 3 black friends, or I have 2 gay friends. I'm like Uncle Fred, and just go stand in the corner.
I kind of missed half of that.
Yeah, I missed half of that too. I get what you were saying. It makes sense. I'm sure everybody else did too. The one person that's looking at us.
So now,
yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not racist. I know a black guy. He's my best friend.
That's what I was trying. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, that's that song. Can't remember by. It's like I'm not a racist. Like the white guy and the black guy having the conversation.
Oh my god, it was the dumbest video ever.
How is it dumb? It's actually great.
Because in the first one, in like the first couple of sentences, he goes on about like black lads fucking some shit like that.
Did you watch the entire thing?
I'm not watching the entire thing because his argument is.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. You need to watch the whole thing to understand it. If you just watch the first bit of it, thing ever.
I'll try and watch this already.
Yeah, just watch both sides. It's brilliant. Yeah, anyway, we've gone very off topic, but
Pete Dunne has been pulled from a British promotion. He's probably going to go into the Rumble.
Yeah, just so happens he's been pulled the weekend of the Rumble due to WWE commitments.
Well, they actually did say WWE have called Pete back to America ahead of the Royal Rumble event next Sunday.
It also, but looking at it this way, it could also to be do with could be for a takeover event.
Still talking.
Yeah, but like the thing is, he could still do takeover and the Rumble.
Oh,
so, like, he could come
I want to see him in the Rumble as a surprise entrance. I don't care. Yeah. I will go ape shit.
Because they can easily put him. They can easily put him in a takeover to kind of go, oh yeah, this is what he's back for, and then just throw him into the Rumble as well. Go But yeah, we should expect him.
Buskus, if that happens, Buskus is probably just gonna just.
Yeah, and I will be one of them.
Yeah, like the place will go insane.
Everywhere.
This is going to be the first Rumble in Buskers.
Yeah. First event that happened.
I can't wait.
First event that was in Buskers was like the first big. I think they did
Fastlane, was it?
Fastlane to see kind of what the venue was like, sort of thing. And that was in the February after. I'm actually really excited for the Rumble this year.
It's got nothing to do with the fact that you're going to see it in Buskers, though.
I do enjoy going out to see them. Like, I do enjoy going to the parties for them.
It
really does. Like, at least because you're not complaining at home. You're just like, you're not watching it at home. Sort of
I looked at like, there's so many people that still hate Survivor Series and thought that the ending to the main event was bullshit. And I still think it was the best thing ever.
It was the best thing ever because the two of us sat next to each other, laughing our horns off, going, "This is fucking great. This is." Especially with Triple H. What I loved was when Triple H turned over and stood next to Kane, like the whole place, like unison went.
Yeah.
What's going on? Do I boo? Do I cheer? What's happening?
And I was like, so we reacted properly, whereas everyone was asking, "Oh no, they're not doing this, are they?"
It was lovely. I love that. Actually, that was great.
Wait. What happened? Wait, what happened at the end of Survivor Series?
Remember when Triple H turned his back on Braun Strowman and stood next to Shane, but then he pedigreed Shane. He took the pin, then they won. And it's that whole build-up of them standing next to each other and everyone going fucking mental because it was happening.
I just realized something. I left that event early because I had work the next day and I never actually bothered watching it.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god, you are such an indie mark. You don't watch WWE at all. Jesus Christ.
No, it's not that I don't watch it. I do actually watch it. I have watched Raw and, well, not SmackDown. I have watched Raw in the last few weeks.
You watched half of the pay-per-view, went home and go, fuck, I won't bother watching the rest of it.
Oh, what it was. It's like, oh,
she didn't even watch half of the pay-per-view. She watched TakeOver and she fucked off.
You left early. Did you even see the Brock and AJ match?
No, I didn't. I didn't see Takeover because I had to leave by 10 because I couldn't get the work off the next day. I left at 11 to get the last bus home.
Oh yes, you see nothing. You see none of it.
So what I said was,
you haven't seen Brock versus AJ yet.
I was like, I'll watch it tomorrow, and that was back in November. I got around to watching.
Past the ends, right?
I now have the level of disappointedness that Alex did when he got more of those Royal Rumble answers right than I did. I now have got that level of disappointment.
I have an up-to-date subscription to the WWE Network. Why did I never watch that back?
1 second now, lads.
Because when you were talking about the end of it, I was like, in the Survivor Series match this year, completely forgot that Triple H took Jason Jordan out of it and put himself in.
Yeah, you need to. There's some great matches.
I will.
Top of the list, AJ Styles. Oh my god.
Just watch that. You don't need to watch anything else. Just watch that. Carrots, if you fucking move anything, I'll kill you. Stop it.
Where's the dog?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where's the dog?
The dog is out.
Where's Puppy?
Puppy's out with my mum at the moment, so we'll have to deal with Carrots with his paw.
Wait, what? Sorry.
He stood in pass.
Sorry, what's the cat's name?
Carrots.
Because of his
Carrots.
Because of his tail, like a carrot. Carrots nearly died last week. As figuratively, he literally caught one of his arteries and actually almost bled out in the kitchen.
What the fuck?
Yes.
What? Sorry, Aaron. Even your pets don't like it in Cork. Like one of them ran off. One of them tried to
and stayed on the north side of the.
Like, what are you doing to these animals?
But love.
Clearly it's unwanted.
This is how they repay you.
Fucking self-mutilation.
We went from talking about Raw to then talking about Survivor Series for November to now the one of the 9 lives of a cat.
But seriously, he did almost die. He got chased around by the bigger dog inside the house, and he caught, which caused bleeding. Which then, when they went to the vets, they realized he had 3 more cuts on his paws and cost me 175 fucking euros.
Sorry.
That's great.
So hold on a minute, right? My stupid gobshite of a cat got into a fight with another cat and ended up getting a serious infection in her head. €50 to get her to the vet, to get her antibiotics, to get it cleaned out, and the little fecker ended up getting poisoned and died a week later. €150 she cost me, and then she ended up eating poison. Like, she had a fucking death wish. If she told me that originally, I wouldn't have bothered bringing her to me.
So he may have accidentally tried to kill
to be fair, maybe she was telling you, but we don't speak cat-like, so it doesn't really.
It would explain all the hissing and scratching. Yeah, you got a point there.
Hissing is. Oh, and to celebrate the fact that he got his paws cut up. Sorry, a pigeon and a fucking crow. I walked into the house the other day to my cat in the hall, ragged on the crow all over the fucking house. He had no neck left. There was no bones left in his neck. Jesus Christ, he fucking veered off.
I just want to say, the version of Survivor Series in Aaron's house with his cat versus birds it would be much more entertaining than WWE Survivor Series. Just throwing that out there.
You still need to, seriously.
Oh, I will watch it after we get off. I will watch it because work opens on another tab.
I got the network back as well, actually, and I started watching Canadian Stampede.
Do you know what's actually really sad about this? Do you know, it was just that it was just because Dan had called me like an indie American on the whole thing. It's like I was actually watching the UK tournament again.
Yep.
Trend 7
Just validate.
Trend 7 makes me feel better when I'm really, really hungover and Progress on Demand wasn't working on my laptop, so said I know what I can watch instead.
Come across my fucking on top of the other laptop. The only way I can get any news right now.
Okay, so quickly before we go off point again, which happened in record time, I think this week.
To be fair, we went off point within seconds. We were talking about random shit. So
that's true. So Ron,
Yeah.
you have something that you wanted to discuss.
I'm not gonna okay, I was gonna discuss about Jory Ryan, but to be honest with you, I don't give a shit anymore. I know where I just stopped caring. Makes me violently angry. I got through my first half an hour inside work. Based fact. Slap him in the face. Knowing full well if I ever got the opportunity to slap him in the face. So
you know how you said you weren't going to rant about Joey Ryan?
I'm not. We're actually going to rant about the fact that Vince Russo's a fucking idiot. He said in Stone Cold's podcast that just don't develop character. What? Didn't mean.
Oh, we're listening.
I'm just going to go off now and get what he actually said. I was going to try and do this in a really shitty fucking Russo accent, but I'm not even going to attempt that.
Not in another podcast or something this week. Got seen like a clip of him talking shit about Sami Zayn.
Doesn't like he basically unless you're like sick. Jesus Christ, Cass. Unless you're like 6 foot and like basically unless you look like a wrestler, you're not a wrestler to him. Which is essentially his viewpoint.
Talk shit about everyone. Like
he does that.
Why is it talking to people when he talks shit?
Like, so he's a firm believer that stories and characters are what drive professional wrestling. The obvious statement.
Well, yeah, he's got a point there.
Who watches wrestling has a point there. Since the advent of television, characters have what has driven pro wrestling. I swear to God, Cat. Product, which is bullshit. Fuck off. You keep going on with this because this cat is doing my tits in. How I look at it is that I love Rocky. Let's compare Rocky to professional wrestling. All the Rocky movies are concentrating just one, and we all of a sudden take away the characters of Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed. This bum from Philadelphia getting a shot, and we take Jesus! You're not standing in the way of the full fucking statement.
Oh my God, this is a train wreck.
You wanted the fucking treats that yeah. Fucking away from me. Hold on. Gotta get it. Christ. Okay. We take away this. We take away the characters Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed. We take away the storyline. This bump from Philadelphia getting a shot. We take that away, and all of a sudden, is the end of the movie and the boxing match. Are we going to give it to the rats? Well, no. Are we going to give a rats about the boxing match? Of course we're not. About the matches because of the character story. And if you take away the character, you take away the story. You have a choreographed fight, and that's what it is on a weekly basis. So basically, what he's trying to say is what he's trying to say.
What he's trying to say.
You take away the characters and you take away the emotion. No one really cares about the wrestling match in itself, which is the fucking point. It's not this big fucking storyline's good. I'm going to want to watch them battle each other for fucking. You can do a story and character development in a match. It's not that. Well, I'm not going to say it's not that hard. Don't actually know.
You can have a lad come into the match, the other lad with a chair. You instantly have a bad guy and a good guy, and go from there.
But not even just that. Like the story of AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar.
Big guy versus small guy.
Big guy versus small guy who, by right, shouldn't have had a shot. But by the end of it, inside you're thinking, could actually do it. Because we all thought, I think everyone assumed that was not lasting more than fucking 20.
Yeah, true. It did go a lot longer than we expected to.
Versus champion match. That's why.
What?
It's just like I get what he's trying to say, but like you can still have long wrestling matches over that. You're not going to get that on a weekly basis. You're going to get that at the fucking pay-per-views. The fucking Big Four, anyway. Like, what are you on about, you fucking retard? It's like I'm looking at him straight up. Jesus Christ. Right, I'm just going to skip it. He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. God. Oh. Like. Joe could probably be out for the Rumble. I'm just skipping him because it's fucking that people like him just irritate me.
While you're doing that, someone had a great tweet, right? I can't even remember now if it was a tweet or if someone posted from, or even if it was fucking Dan. I think it might have been you. I can't even remember who put it. It was like, Jesus, WWE did well on a deadline for like transfer day deadline. Wasn't that you? It might have been on Twitter then that I saw it. And it was because it was just after. It was because I think it was Ricochet got signed. And then all of a sudden it was War Machine. And then it was Candice LeRae. And you're kind of like, oh, this is actually really good. This is amazing. Then Roman Reigns got out for the steroids.
Yeah. Jey Uso got arrested.
I was arrested for like DWI.
That was a mental day, that one. Like, holy shit.
And I was like, this was all one day. This was all one day. And the four of us had all said, Jesus, none of this is ever going to get mentioned. I am making sure that we mention it now.
So,
okay?
Ricochet.
Because I've only ever gotten to see Ricochet live once. And that was in December at OTT. It was him and Will Ospreay. Now, I will admit, like, I love Will Ospreay, and I do like that type of style.
Was he not there for Scraporama? Or WrestleRama?
WrestleRama? He probably was. I can't remember.
Yeah, he was supposed to be at Scrappermania, but then he got replaced by...
He got replaced by Leo Rush.
Yeah.
And I only remember that because I actually watched that back last night when I came home drunk.
I'm definitely sure he was definitely at WrestleRama, because that's the only time I've seen him.
Okay, well then I've seen him twice live.
Because it was him and Will Ospreay. They were the Uptown Funkers.
Yes. Yeah. I can't remember. I'll have to watch that one back as well because I was really drunk at that show too.
I can't remember who they were against though.
It was no, because I remember seeing him in December in the OT, and it was in the TIV, so like you can see fucking everything that's going on. And I'm not really into as much, like I would rather kind of see a proper wrestling match sort of thing, but the two of them together in the ring and when they're how choreographed they are and how in sync they are with each other, he is actually a fucking gem to watch. Like you might not be into all that, but holy fuck, you cannot disregard he really is.
It's just going to be interesting to see how WWE uses him now.
That's what I'm like. It's one of those things where you're kind of like, oh, that's fucking savage. Oh, and then you're kind of like, oh shit. Actually, I wonder what they're going to do with him now.
Because everyone's fear is he's going to end up in 205 Live.
Sorry, technically, by weight and height alone, technically Finn Balor should be in 205 Live. But because he's a bigger name. Right?
But Goldust is currently featuring on 205 Live.
Goldust is one of those guys, though, that I think is there now. He's like, I don't really have anything else to gain here, but I'm willing to help put everyone else over.
The fact that I'm not actually the weight limit.
Look, let's not go there, okay? It kind of annoys me as well when every time they announce Pete Dunne, it's like he's weighing in at 205. I'm like, lads, if you are doing what I fucking think you do, like I already know that he's included in that in 205 Live anyway. Like, but if what they do, and you can fuck right off. Like,
I suppose that was the whole point of him having him face. Fuck, what's his name?
Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo.
They had one match on Raw, and then they haven't had anything since. I'm like, lads.
I know it's kind of. I kind of thought. Well, I thought they might have used him again the following night on 205 Live, considering
and instead they're like, you know what? We're gonna compete against Tyler Bate because we're all on Twitter too, guys, and he's sliding into your ex-girlfriend's DMs. Come on, we fucking just stir shit here. Honest to God, I think I honestly God think that when Enzo was like doing his promo just at Tyler, he was like, "You fucking little shit."
I know.
Like, you can actually see him like, shine my boots, Tyler. You're kind of like, Tyler's probably like, I'm banging your girlfriend and I'm about to bang you.
And they haven't progressed in that as well. Like, what was the point of introducing all of those?
Like, they haven't done anything.
None of those guys.
They've introduced
none of those guys haven't been on since.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I'm just like, like, don't get me wrong, I'm actually kind of happy that they're not using them as often, because at least then you're gonna know, well, they're fucking free for dates anyway for indie scenes, so that's grand.
I suppose.
Like, at least it
that's a good thing.
Like, it benefits us in the long run in a sense. But oh my God, don't start with fucking moving into like what could be a decent storyline only for you not to fucking do anything with it. That they screwed up Pete and his fucking entrance at Raw.
I know.
I was like, you dick. You absolute dick. When his music started, you could have let him go out first.
Isn't he facing Austin Aries tomorrow night? Or something.
Yeah, no, he is, yeah. You could have let him go out first.
Oh, damn it. Look for that live chat. If anything gets put in.
What, is there a live chat?
Yeah, there's always a live chat when we're on. Always.
No, I don't. What?
Anything in it.
Yeah, that's smart.
I just found a funny tweet from Jim Cornette, and to be honest with you,
why do you always turn?
Hang on a second. Did you find it, or did you just go on to Jim Cornette?
No, seriously, I actually was scrolling out. Yeah, I was just trying to see what other wrestling news was out there, and somebody told him a maggot for being a pro-abortionist. I have been.
You didn't need to start looking for it. We were still talking about all of the stuff we were talking about. We've only talked about 1 point so far.
You were talking about stuff, and I was leaving it to your little conversation, and I was going to just find stuff that we could talk about later on.
Right.
Someone get signed.
Fair enough.
Someone get released.
Just carry on with our conversation. Where were we? Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
But it's just so frustrating. It's just like, when that happened, I was like, Kirk should have just knocked one out at that point. He should have let Pete go out first and then done his little stipulation thingy. Let Pete have his moment, you bastard.
Or they could have had Kurt come out with his music and then introduce him, not say his name, and have his music.
Maybe if they had done a fuck Kevin Dunn. That was a Kevin Dunn sabotage.
Fucking buck-toothed prick.
It was fun seeing him run on Raw.
Yeah, but like, I'd like to actually see them do stuff more. If you have them signed to a contract, right, and you have one of them is a fucking WWE champion, and if you're setting up the other lot to like the rest of them on 205 Live, if you're trying to get them to all join Enzo and his little fucking weirdo crusade, just do it 1 week and then forget about it. And
them after that.
Reference them again afterwards. Like,
it doesn't make sense. Cause like I watched 205 that week after because I knew all of them were going to be on it.
And not one of them.
If I knew they were going to be on every week, I would watch it more.
Yes,
but they aren't, so I don't watch 205 Live. Simple as that.
Point. Like, I watch 205 Live because I enjoy getting to see Jack Gallagher just turn into a fucking indie mark.
Moment of realization.
Oh, I want to play The Sound of Silence again.
To be fair, Alex would be proud.
Fuck Alex. Dick. And do you know what? I can actually say this because he's not going to fucking watch this back. He pisses me off, Royalson.
That's a good point, actually. That's a very good point.
Here, do you know what? Fuck this. No fun. Whatever. We just turn this into an Alex bashing podcast today.
We could actually put it in the middle there somewhere and then just go back to normal because like he's never, unless he happens to scroll into halfway. Grand.
I have a very good idea for the podcast next week. I can't say anything about the podcast next week because I want it to be a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, for our one viewer.
I said for our one viewer. So whoever you are, kindly fucking type a comment there so we can say each other. Oh, they're gone again. Yeah.
We do.
WWE released the opening to Raw on Monday.
I saw that.
Yeah. Any of you watch it? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. Actually looks really, really good. I like it.
I was kind of a bit miffed as to why they used Fall Out Boy, but anyway, I like the song.
Well,
no complaints about that. But like, it's like
they used 2 seconds of CM Punk.
Yes. Did they use any seconds of Hulk Hogan?
Was it like a split second? Was it like yeah, when he was like, oh, he was there. Well, to be fair, he's never really a big part of Raw in the long term. Like.
Do you think Eric Bischoff's going to turn up?
Yeah, he's booked.
Oh my god, yes.
Was he? Yeah.
He's booked.
I fucking.
I do you know what? When he became general manager in 2002, I'm not gonna. That was probably one of my favorite things ever. I loved Bischoff.
Yeah, the Bishop days on Raw were class.
Actually, no, actually,
good times of Raw.
Fuck Survivor Series. I'm actually gonna go back and I'm gonna watch Raw from 2002.
I went through a couple of them from 1998 the other day.
Because in all fairness, they're only like an hour and 40 minutes long.
Yeah. Also, their pay-per-views are deadly as well.
Do you know, actually, did you ever watch back on some of the Raw? This is actually a good one, because I remember I wanted to watch back the Evolution build-up. I remember I was really, really into that. Because I was 13 at the time. Randy Orton was the shit at the time. And I remember just watching back, but you could see all the fucking signs that are in the crowd, and I'm thinking, oh my god, I'd fucking hate to have been at Raw at that time, just because I know for a fact.
Yeah, because you'd be spending half your time going.
I wouldn't have seen anything of that show. There just would have been a piece of cardboard up in my face.
This is the strange thing. Those scenes, and I kind of think to yourself, I want more signs and crowds again. I miss just having a sea of signs as the camera goes around. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Just a sea of signs, just mad random shit.
But it's JR and it was Lawler, and you're kind of like, oh, this actually wrestling, and then you could just see everything. You're like, fucking hell, everyone was so into it back then.
See, now it's just a sea of flashbulbs.
But it is also the same as those. When you look at those crowd, you're kind of looking at the crowd, and when you can't see into it, it is it is an adult crowd. Like, it is a mainly adult crowd. But now when you look into the crowds nowadays, yeah, all you see is flashes on phones. But the majority of the crowd, like, there is an awful lot of kids. And I'm kind of like, a little bit of me is also kind of like, I am kind of glad that there is a new generation of us. And like, they're soon gonna be really, really bitter, just like we're all bitter. And that makes me happiness. I'm just like, this is just pure sick. Let the hate flow through you. Like,
we do realize as well, right, that we sit here, friends, as adults, not in this podcast in general, but generally when we watch wrestling now, we kind of go, oh, I wish it was someone like The Rock, Stone Cold. So just some of the older kind of like, get out of your seat. Just remember, in like 10 years' time, people are going to be going, The Miz.
No, I don't actually. I don't have that at all. I don't watch it.
I wish there was someone like
I don't watch it now. I see. I don't watch it. I don't watch it like that anymore because I'm thinking, be one Austin. There was only ever really going to be one Rock. There's only ever going to be one Mankind. There's only ever going to. Instead of trying to relive the glory days that they had, they should be more focused on building the talent that they have rather than trying to replicate what has been.
I just wish there was,
if they actually made an effort to create something new instead of trying to relive glory of days gone by, I think they would actually have a top product, but they don't because they're too busy living in the past because, well, it worked back then.
I think it can even work. I think it even work on getting their characters to get better reactions.
Like, what are you trying to say? Yeah, no, yeah. So like, this is a major thing. Is right. It's one of those things when you go and you watch a movie, you're not going to invest into that movie unless you can invest in the characters that are behind it, that are in it, because you. So if I want to watch, let's say for example, there's a Mark Wahlberg movie in the cinema. Chances are I'm going to go and see that movie because I like Mark Wahlberg, right? However, it doesn't automatically mean I'm going to like this movie, right? So an example would be Ted is a really good example of this. Actually, I'll use a better example. Fuck. Oh, all right. A better example on this, Seth MacFarlane, right? I really like Family Guy. He did the movie Ted. And I was like, I'm going to go and see this because I like this type of humor. I liked the movie Ted. Then he did A Million Ways to Die in the West. So automatically it should be, I should really, really like this movie. And then I kind of saw it and I was like, this is really.
I didn't get past the first 10 minutes of that film.
I was like, oh, okay, this is definitely not what I was expecting to be. It is just it's just a live action version of Family Guy. It's the same recycled jokes. By theory, because I'm a Seth MacFarlane fan, I should automatically, it's like I should find this funny and I should like this because I liked Family Guy as well and I liked Ted. However, it didn't work. It didn't work that way because it's just a recycled joke. He has a new show, The Orville, that shows. That's actually really funny because it's some of the same. It's the same type of sense of humor, but it's used in a sci-fi setting. It's a different type of setting. It's not the same, so it works better. And I'm a fan of that, and I find that really fucking funny. And if you haven't watched it, I recommend it. To use that as the example with the rest of them was, if they going to be a Seth Rollins storyline, it doesn't mean I'm automatically going to really like the storyline because chances are they're not going to give either of the lads something decent to work with. They're going to kind of piss poor and expect them just to get over because of the name. People that are doing it. Like, it was the same with Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. They were kind of like, well, no, the two of them are big names that should be able to, that will get big, that would be a big enough draw for this match. Yet Triple H was at Roadblock, had a much better draw and had a much better match. No shit given to us because the two of them knew that there was nothing really given into this. But fuck it, let's just go out and have fun. If Brock actually was willing to do more, then yeah, maybe we could have invested more in that match. I'm after going off on two completely different tangents on that one.
Yeah, all I want like Stone Cold. I just didn't mean like as a character. I just mean as someone that you see and you're just going, cool.
Are you can't think what I'm thinking of is like nobody gets a massive pop.
To someone I can like get into. Like War 99, the night that Mike Tyson came out first. Oh, fucking fantastic. That is great. The fact that Mike Tyson looks like he's a kid in a fucking candy store in the middle of the ring because he boxer, but kind of would like to have been a wrestler. You have then Stone Cold's music hitting, and half of the fucking agents in the back running out afterwards because they're like, well, fuck shit. You then have him mental. Him taking it, which is fucking great. Whole thing with fucking him giving him the middle finger and pushing him over. Screaming, you ruined it! You son of a bitch, you ruined it! Then trying to fucking karate kick him in the back of the head on his way out, which is also hilarious. That never gets mentioned.
But bearing in mind, at the time when that all happened, everyone still thought it was real.
Yeah, but like the last person like that was CM Punk.
You wouldn't have that type of reaction though nowadays. Even if it was the same type of thing, you wouldn't get that reaction because everyone would already be on Google knowing that's bullshit, though it's fake. He's after. Do you know what would happen if they were doing that nowadays? Imagine if it was like Conor McGregor or some, or what's your man's name, Daniel Cromber or something, whatever his name is. If one of them were doing it, literally everyone would be like, yeah, they're after getting a massive payoff to do this. They're only doing it because they're after getting like a €50 million.
Well, in certain circumstances, it can still come off like with a sense of realism. Like the whole the early stages of the Kenny Omega Jericho thing. There was a sense of realism to it. And that's just on social media.
I don't know. Like, if you're
like CM Punk, the last person like that.
You're one of those people that are constantly listening to the amount of podcasts that Jericho and Kenny have done together. They've talked about on the podcast how they'd love to do a match and how they would go about it, setting it up. And guess what? They did it the exact same way they spoke about doing it.
And no one copped on it, and it was fucking great.
Isn't that kind of annoyed me? It's like no one kind of copped onto it. It's like, it is kind of frustrating because even Alex had said, why were people stupid enough to buy into that? Like when Alex is turning around and saying,
because Alex is the person who just can't get over the fact
I agreed with Alex though on it. I was like, I actually thought why people would buy into this and think that's not a real thing. Because at this point already, they'd already had him booked on the fucking cruise of Jericho. So I'm like thinking, seriously, lads, why are you not realizing what's real and what's fake?
Because you're disagreeing for two separate reasons. I mean, you're agreeing for two separate reasons. You're saying that people should have copped on. You're saying that people should have copped on because they basically said that we're doing this like a year ago, let's say. Which is fine. I still don't care. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was happening, but I still loved it.
Yeah, but no, my argument is like you can still love it, but it's like the people that actually got aggravated over because they thought it was real and then started insulting the two lads themselves because he fucking made me out to be a fool.
Oh, that reminds me of that fucking tweet from that dude who said,
"Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." Like someone, if you're that stupid, like they were telling everyone straight away. No, sure, we're going to be doing a match. We're going to do it. And this is how we're going to do it. Mate, if you fucking listened to any of the podcasts, you would have known that. But instead, he decided to just send a really vile tweet. Then, like, you're a fucking dick because you pulled the wool over my eyes.
Oh, yeah. Remember that. The only reason that I'm kind of saying, like, I know from my point of view, why, to me, it seemed, because I didn't watch any, or listen to any of these podcasts to know the whole story. And especially when there was, like, the way the tweets were going. Because then, Kenny was like, nah, I don't want to be involved in this, and he just like left. So it was like, okay, maybe there is beef. So like, and I'm guessing I wasn't the only one that reacted like that.
No, definitely not. You weren't.
So it's like, from that point of view, I kind of think it's like, I still think even in this day and age where we all know wrestling is fake, there still can be elements of it that we think are still real.
Well,
Yes,
okay, look
the
from this
suspension of
point of view.
disbelief.
Even though they're quite fake.
Okay, I will actually say this. All the shit that's going on with Enzo at the moment, and every single story of like, what was the interview that he did with Corey on the network?
Yeah, straight to the source.
Now, yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of the name of it. I was like, a little bit of me is kind of like, yeah, no, I actually do fully believe that Corey Graves is actually struggling. Okay.
I also think as well, maybe he's so dedicated to his character in the interview. Like,
Hold on.
go on.
All right. Dedication to a character is one thing. The fact of the matter is that if this is Enzo's dedication, then he deserves a fucking Academy Award because he's Daniel Day-Lewising the method acting.
No, I genuinely
By
do
just
believe that's
acting.
exactly what he's doing it. Because he's doing it on everything. Like, from his interviews with TMZ, his whole thing with the Delaware license of people who won't change his signature, his whole thing when he was at the Mayweather and McGregor fight. Like, everything he does, even in like public eye, he stays the exact same, and I think it's brilliant.
Which is why I fully believe. Which is why I'm like, I actually think that is just him. I don't think it's an act at this point.
No, I still think it is an act. I don't think he can be.
You don't think anyone in the world is that much of a dick?
I don't. No, not that much. There's no way you could be that much of a dick and get pushed as much as he's getting.
But see, that's the thing is, I think the reason why he's getting pushed as much as he is because of just of how much heat that he is actually generating. Like, this is one.
But the other thing as well is, it's not a bit strange that his whole dickishness only happened when after Cass got injured and he was going out on his own.
I don't mean that. I mean, like, bearing in mind, even when he was still a face, there was still stories coming out about him, and the fact everyone in the locker room hates him.
Oh well, no fairness, he can still be a twat in the back, like.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I actually fully believe that Corey wanted to punch the fuck out of him. I fully believe that Corey Graves actually despises him.
I think though, but I love the fact that when Corey Graves wanted to punch him was when after he mentioned the fact that he couldn't wrestle anymore because he got a concussion. Corey Graves' face going, "You prick."
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I genuinely believe that there actually is a genuine hatred though.
Well, the two of them in the NXT at the same time.
No. Well,
yeah. They were.
Were they?
It would have been, yeah.
But I think Enzo was by himself without the beard, and he looked like a fucking.
Yeah, that version of Enzo. Jesus Christ.
But then in saying that, so Enzo would have been an FCW then, because Corey was at FCW like before they even turned it into NXT. That's when Corey was there.
Maybe he could have been.
I think he might have been. Yeah.
FCW.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is that not for them the early promotional photos of him is from?
Hold on, I just want to double check that. Because that's gonna annoy me now. I want to know how long he has been there. So like when did it become when did it turn into NXT? He's fucking 31 for Christ's sakes. He acts like a 12-year-old.
Do you know as well when Big Cass comes back?
Yeah.
Should he really reform?
No.
Or should he literally just say in a promo to him? He could say in a promo to him, well, I finally won a belt without you by my side, so maybe you were the one holding me back.
Yeah, there are not rumors of that, like that's the way they're gonna push a Cass as face and keep Enzo as heel.
I just want to point out, he actually signed with NXT in 2012, in August 2012. So now he wouldn't have been there really the same time as Corey.
And the Corey Graves get injured.
Because Corey Graves kind of finished up not that long after he would have signed.
So there might have been a brief crossover.
There was never any. Neither of them ever had any matches or anything like that. at all.
What about like would he have
retired
been
in
training in the
2000. No,
performance center before he got signed?
in NXT at the same time, but it was very very
Short
early on
period.
because he retired in 2014.
Yeah, but they never had any kind of. There was never any actual like interactions with the two of them, like on an actual wrestling standpoint. So it would have literally just been
backstage stuff.
Yeah, backstage shit, which is why I actually fully believe that Corey hates him.
Yeah, but we don't know what the exact reason. There could be something.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it could just be how he just could be that maybe it's not a character act and he is actually a dick. Because if anything, because another thing as well, what the stuff with Big Cass at the moment as well, on like, it kind of seems weird that they would continue a storyline with him being injured, right? But still have Enzo work in the other storylines and still reference another one, right? So the reason what I mean is he's currently doing the stuff on 205 Live, right? And he's doing it with Drew and stuff. He's working with Drew an awful lot. Who is
He's doing
he?
wonders for Drew, to be fair.
Yes, yeah, like it is working well for him. But who is he actually like? Who's next in line, sort of thing, for the title? Like, who's the person that's?
Well, if we were to have had this conversation back a couple of months ago, you could have said it was any of the UK lads or Pete Dunne himself.
Right. But like, here's the thing is, right? Because
but no, I don't really know.
This is what I mean.
No, it's Johnny Gargano.
Right, but here's the thing is, right? The thing with Enzo, though, I'm trying to make is they have him on 205 Live, and they have him working on 205 Live, and he's the champion on 205 Live. That's all well and good. When Big Cass comes back,
is he going to come back to the main roster?
I honestly think that they would be. I think it would be better in their. I think it would be in their advantage or in their best benefit to keep him on 205 Live. So why would they like? And they say they think that themselves.
At the minute, because they don't have anybody bigger. They don't have a bigger name on 205 Live.
But they're doing the same mistake with that they do with everything. They're building it all around one person, and they're not offering it. They're not giving anyone else the opportunity to actually fully grow, which is what I thought they would have done with the British lads. That's what I thought they were going to do, and they didn't do that. So what's the point is, if they bring him back, if Big Cass comes back, and then it's like, right, we need to get Enzo back on so we continue the feud that they're having, because they're still referencing it, which is why another reason why I'm kind of like, that doesn't make any sense to reference him being so pissed off at Big Cass. The fact that Big Cass is kind of saying, I don't have anything to do with him anymore. He's a dick. Like, fuck him. I've nothing to say about him anymore. Like, it wouldn't make sense.
It's been a while ago that he got injured as well. So it was like,
yeah, exactly. It's been a while they got injured, and yet Enzo brings it up on Straight to the Source about his fact I have nothing to say to him. I haven't even spoken to him since. Like, we don't have any contact anymore, which is it's a kind of like an indication of like maybe there is actually legit fault. Like, no, they don't want anything to do with each other anymore.
I'm suddenly feeling really sorry for Big Cass.
I think. See, here's the thing: is Big Cass is going to come back, and I have a feeling that they're going to put him on. They'll end up keeping him as a face. He'll come back to a face reaction, and they won't make the same mistake of him as that they made with Seth. They will keep him as a face.
Yeah, it's when you say it like that, it's kind of annoying that they're going to give him the push that should have been given to Seth.
But here's the thing. But the thing is, the whole fact is the whole thing that they had for him as a heel was because he was going to be going up against Enzo, and then when unfortunately he got injured, and it's like,
yeah.
And then it was basically they just swapped the role. It was just a role reversal. But I think I have a feeling it's going to benefit Cass more because he didn't really have the mic presence that was needed at the time. And God, please, Jesus, I really hope he's been working on it. Like,
in all fairness, if he's been injured and hasn't worked on it, like, it's the only thing he can really work on.
Because, like, in all fairness, like, him in the ring, like, he's not that bad in the ring.
No, I actually was a fan of his wrestling style.
He can carry himself like in a match. Like, he has he has the knowledge in him, and he has that in him to actually carry a match. His main weakness was the fact that he could tell he wasn't comfortable on the mic when he was doing a promo. And while when Enzo first got hurt with the concussion, when we thought they were going to get the belts, the tag belt, he was rehearsed. Like, he had, God help him, he wanted to make sure that he was able to say what they wanted him to say, and he made sure that he knew what it was saying. But you could tell that he memorized the script. If he had a bit more of a natural flow to himself, which he did have, heel promo on Enzo, because again, it didn't sound like this was scripted. It didn't come across. It's kind of like, here, look, I know the two of you have a bit of issues, just air your own grievances, and that sounds like what you did. And it did come across as a lot more natural, especially when Enzo actually started to cry. You're kind of like, yeah, fuck you.
Can I ask just a quick question? What the fuck did we get into this?
What?
How did we get to this point where we had a near 15-minute talk when Amy had a near 15-minute talk about Enzo? How did we get here?
We were talking about the characters and believability, and then we were talking about was Enzo a dick?
About the Raw opening for Monday. This is how we got. Oh my god.
Are you actually saying that you have an issue with the fact that we seem to have a flow of conversation that goes into different...
I actually, usually I can pinpoint how we started this, but I genuinely did not know how we got to this point. Like,
because you haven't been paying attention, that's why. You've been reading up other news to have for later on, but we're covering the news now.
That's the thing is, you were like, I'm going to look for something so we have news. So then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to...
Let's just talk about the news we already have.
I'm just going to offer my what I have against the way that the fact that I don't really watch WWE anymore. That thing is, actually, that's another good point. I don't really watch WWE as often.
In all fairness, you can pretty much get everything you need off of YouTube. It means you don't need to sit through hours a week.
Exactly, and and technically TMZ as well, because TMZ are covering a lot of WWE shit nowadays.
Yeah, especially around the bigger pay-per-views they will anyway.
I'm getting a fair bit of news, but at least I'm still able to keep a conversational flow and move from topic to topic on it. Unlike Aaron.
Anyway, so I'm going to get into Irish wrestling news for just a quick second.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll let you go on, because at least you'll get to talk for a few minutes, because you haven't said anything.
CCW. So while OTT just don't give a shit about their women's division, are like, fuck that, and their ladder wars, probably the very first ever women's ladder match country
in Ireland.
Yeah, between Debbie Keitel and Raven Creed for the CCW.
Let me guess, it's probably on a Saturday, isn't it?
They always do those shows on a Saturday, which is quite good. Yeah. And this show is literally 2 seconds away from my house. Like,
will you go to a goddamn show?
I already have my tickets.
Fair play to you. You're actually going somewhere.
And I'm going to both. And I'm also I may or may not have been enticed to go to this one because Tyler Bate was there. That may have swayed my reasoning to go.
You are being slowly influenced by our little group.
See, no, here's the thing is, right? You live in Cork, right? Okay? I know a load of lads from Dublin who are just like, I really want to actually go to CCW. Where they're location-wise, it is kind of in a bit of a backward arse for us to get to. A lot of them kind of...
Usually when it comes to me not going to CCW, it's because I usually work Saturdays. They always put the shows on Saturdays.
No, but that's the thing. But like, even before you were working, you still weren't going.
Poor. See how there was an issue.
Hold on a minute. Even when I was broke, I still managed to make sure that I had money to go to a wrestling show.
I don't have that luxury.
To be fair,
$100 a week.
Oh, I was using my social welfare thing.
Sorry, 102 euros a week. When I was getting paid a shit ton of money, I sort of stuck myself to be in my phone bill
Have you ever?
Trying to cripple me.
Hold on, actually, I'm asking a genuine question. Have you ever seen Tyler Bate live?
No.
Aaron, I would highly recommend
No.
going.
Well, he is going.
I am going. I got my tickets already.
Good, because you'll actually. It's one of those things where he's one of those people you're kind of like you would actually regret if he does end up signing full time with WWE after the end of their contract run. Because I have a sickening feeling that that Trent won't sign again with them after this run. But I have it like Pete and
That's the
Tyler
one. That's the one thing that's ever since last January, right? For the last year, every single time those three lads get booked for OTT, I keep saying this might be the last time I want to get to see him. I don't know when this is going to be the last time you're going to get to see him.
No, I know.
This isn't just going to be.
No, what I'm saying is the contracts that they're on are basically like think of it like as a part-time contract sort of thing. But my view is I have a feeling that when it comes around to them to do like new contracts or renewing a contract, I'd say that's when the full-time contract will be sent out. But my view is I don't think Trent would actually take one. WWE. So it would be the last chance that you'd get to see maybe P and Mark Andrews and Tyler Bate and maybe Joseph Connors. Tucker I don't think Tucker would sign a full one. Jordan would sign a full one. James Drake, I don't think would sign a full one. And it's mainly, and the reason why I'm thinking that is mainly because of what they have actually going for them.
Is there any idea when those contracts are running out?
I don't know. I haven't actually really looked into it an awful lot. It's just a thing that I'm thinking in my own head for now, because it wouldn't be for another couple of months anyway.
Yeah, because like from an OTT perspective, you'd be kind of thinking, are they setting up the successor?
That thing is, it's not even like an OTT type of thing. Like I'd say I would fully believe that Jordan would take a full time. I think if WWE had said gone to Jordan Devlin, look, we're going to give you a full contract, not just what we're doing now, but a full one every week. You would be traveling all the time. I'd say he would take it, but I'd say Tucker probably wouldn't. His own things going on. It's the same with Trent Seven. I think he would be more on the lines of like, I would rather stay on the contract that you have me on, because it means I still can work with my own promotion. What I started. Like, he has his own training skill. He has his own promotion back in the like he would be losing. I think he would be like he wouldn't benefit as much.
Wait, he has his own promotion?
Fight Club Pro is Trent's promotion.
Yeah, then they'll just do the same deal they had with you can run it, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Like,
you can still be the owner.
But here's the thing is, but James Drake is Grizzled Young Vets with Zach Gibson, and they have their own fight. They have their own training skill together. They're still actively doing their own booking sort of thing. Like, I have a feeling that James Drake was kind of like, no, I don't need to sign a full-time contract with you yet. Like 23, 24. Like, with Pete Dunne, Pete could easily, because like I think with Attack Pro, Chris Brooks is after taking over a fair bunch of that one. He's doing most of the kind of promotion work for them now anyway. So like with Pete, he could just take a back seat to the whole thing. He could go off with WWE and sign them full time, and know that what he started up is still going to be taken care of, and it's still in the hands of his fans. Like, but with some of the other ones, I think it's more on the lines of like, I've too much to lose to actually sign with you full time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like they wouldn't really be gaining enough.
I think it's not that they wouldn't be gaining enough. I think it's just kind of like there's more to lose than to be gained.
Yeah.
Especially for like with Trent Seven as well. And I know I use him as an example all the time, but he's actually a perfect example for this. For age, is a great one on this one. Trent is going to be what, 36? Let's see. Hold on. He's 37. Like, he will be 37, right?
Don't say it.
What?
Aaron, because I have a feeling I know what he was going to say.
No.
Like, he would be 37.
Wait,
right?
I'm on about the live chat.
Oh.
That our best friend is currently watching us. So, do you want to just shit him for the next couple of minutes?
Just let me get this out here for a second, right? So, if, for example, right, at 37, while he has been a champion outside of WWE, like he was ICW champion for quite some time, it wouldn't really be brought over to WWE audience. I don't think Vince would be like, yeah, no, come on, we make him an NXT champion, or come on, we do it this way. They would use him, I think, as kind of like a look, you're really build it on you, but we can use you.
So basically,
yeah, they would turn him into a jobber.
So basically, so exactly what I said as a joke about like 2 months ago.
Well, that's the interesting thing.
Thing about the joke. Well,
if Aaron hadn't said that, would you think that?
I would. Oh yeah, I would be thinking now. Yeah, because I would rather he didn't sign with them. I'd rather he kind of just kept on the contract that he's on now.
So
and then
you don't want to see that tag team of him and Wolfgang
on ICW. To be fair, they've already done it. I've already seen it being done. There's no benefit of him doing it again. Like it's literally, the only thing is, it's like, oh,
again, nothing.
The
only way it would be beneficial is if they were going to keep them as a trio and actually do British Strong Style in WWE.
Exactly. That is the only reason why they would need to do for that.
And in those terms, he could just sign a short-term contract for the period that they're going to be them, because obviously they're going to put Pete and Tyler's their own separate ways after that, and obviously then Trent will be left behind. So you need to know in advance.
Like, look at it this way, right? The three of them don't have to be a tag team. Like, they don't have to be a tag team.
No.
It would be a nice benefit in a sense if you did like I'm just gonna say Amy's wet dream, British Strong Style versus the Shield. Pop my shit for that, but I know it would never happen. But in a Survivor Series setting, it could be a possibility that it could happen. Adds to join fucking the Shield on their little crusade, and then you have just bring out British Strong Style and then two other.
Would you not just love to see them just join NXT right now and just have them?
I don't even want the match, right? I don't even want
insanity.
All I want is a standoff. That's all I want. I would be happy just with a fucking standoff of seeing the three lads, Peaky Blinders in the middle of the ring with the Shield and their SWAT gear. Oh, I'm imagining it now. Oh.
Well, to be fair, considering that Dean's out for a while, gives time for the lads to come up, you know?
Oh my god, just imagine them just in their Peaky. Oh.
In all fairness, thoughts of this seem to be curing your hangover.
But you know what? The more, do you think didn't I tell you? The more I said I watch when I'm not feeling great, Trent 7 makes me feel better. And now that I'm just like a proper mental image of it in my head, it's just perfect. Tonight, my friends. Oh, imagine I could get like a Trent 7 standing and actually have him and Seth just stand off.
WrestleMania might be going to Philadelphia next year.
Yeah, have they not? Is there not a Liberty Bell in the symbol for next year's WrestleMania as well?
Apparently, that could be a fan thing now as well. But I'm going to take that as a good sign.
Was it not a 3-year deal though, or whatever? What?
They've never.
No, was it not for like SummerSlam in New York?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry,
it's different every year.
Yeah, SummerSlam, yeah, but WrestleMania not at all.
No, but I think the WrestleMania one's real. I thought they released all the logos. Do you know like how they were talking about like the locations in advance? they had for next year with the Liberty Bell is actually real, so it is an indication it's going to be just a matter of which arena.
Why cancel the trip this year? Get myself built up to WrestleMania and be heartbroken again next year.
Could you imagine going and doing the entire weekend? You know, doing the Hall of Fame, the NXT Takeover,
Oh my god,
WrestleMania, Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
you'd be dead
Also,
after.
God, I'd probably die, and then that's not even including like access and whatever else. These shows would be on that weekend as well.
That'd be such a lot to take in. Like, I love it. Is it possible to OD on wrestling, do you think?
I genuinely think it's so. I know. I think the first week when WWE had like brought in what was it they brought in? The first was the week they had NXT Takeover. Then there was a pay-per-view. Then there was a good Raw. Was a good NXT. That was like five nights in a row of stay. I was dead. But then again, that doesn't help because it's just, you know, weird time stuff.
Like, okay, look at it this way, right? So I'm just trying to think back. I remember when I was off work, right? And I think I'd gotten all my subscriptions. Like, I actually had paid all my subscriptions. So I had the network. I had Progress. And I was also using someone else's, someone had given me a login for another one, and I was using that. And I think I sat like 4 days straight. Everything. To catch up. And this was even like recorded stuff that I hadn't catched up on from Sky. Like, I can't think I could walk straight at the end of that. And it was just one of those, I actually need a break from wrestling for a while.
Yeah, the only way I can think about like that is like if you then go straight from that into real life situations, you look at everything from a wrestling perspective.
Oh my god, I was finding drama in everything.
Like, have you ever had that moment where you're like you're so angry at some person, you're thinking up the promo that you would then say to them?
Yeah.
We were in a bar. This is what happened. I ended up meeting up with like a group of girls, and we hadn't seen each other in ages. And there was this annoying little shit that was like having like a loud conversation, and her laugh was like, hey, like that type of just wreck your head. And I was like, literally just looking at her, being like, I could fucking Batista bomb you through this table right now.
See, and that's when you know you watch too much wrestling.
And then I was like, and then I could down a pint and just spit it on you, like sort of like Sandman type situation, and then just smash the glass. And like I was thinking, it was the Great American Bash, the APA barroom brawl. That was like in my head. I was like thinking, and then I could just I was like, oh my god. At that point, I was like, I need to fucking back away.
You're proving exactly the point I'm on about. Yeah, that's exactly it.
So you can OD on wrestling.
It's just when it invades your life that much.
Like, just
when it influences your thinking.
When you start thinking, when you're thinking that you like, do you know a bar table as well, like a proper wooden bar table? I'm not talking about like
the bomb through that. Jesus Christ!
I was proper like in my mind. I'm like, I'm actually so angry at this girl, and I'm mind rage. I could probably smash you through this table, and then just take a stool and.
But like those videos of the black people doing the mad dancing, and they end up doing Batista bombs on each other and stuff.
I think like
through tables, the table doesn't break.
Just from like just from past experiences, I know that do not try this at home is directed to me exactly, right? Because I'm very like. I break very fucking easily. Like, I elbows, knees, ankles, I break very easily. Right?
Shut up! He's my brother.
Hi,
yes, put up the hood. We will not see you.
Oh my god, he's invisible. I can't see him anymore.
Want to say hi?
Where did that floating head disappear to?
To the one person that's watching the podcast.
It is Keen, isn't it? That's your brother's name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at me.
Amy said hi.
Remembering shit.
Keane's also as hungover as you were right now. You see just the sadness in his eyes.
Here's the thing: is like I've gotten my second wind. I'm starting to recover. I think the cookies help.
Actually, 1 second there. Yeah.
Are they special cookies?
They're gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. They're actually.
They're special cookies.
I'm actually don't judge me on this, but they're gluten-free and vegan chocolate chip cookies.
I'm not going to judge you, but it just reminded me of a customer I had to deal with last night who wanted to get a gluten-free burger at like 10 to 4 in the morning.
This might be. Can I just?
Then proceeded to take about 20 minutes to eat the burger afterwards and go, I waited 20 minutes for this burger. I'm going to sit here and enjoy it. And past 4 and we're fucking closed and you need to fucking leave.
That would annoy me. But it's actually really funny because we went out for like dinner today as a family. Parents missed because they weren't here for my birthday, and I didn't get to see my brothers over my birthday, and this was the only weekend that we were free, which is 2 weeks after my birthday, like. And we all went out, and my dad was just like, she's dying. My brother Paul was dying, and we went to this really nice Italian place, and I was just like, I need carbs, like I need to fill me up. And we were like, do you do gluten-free pastas? And she was like, no, but we do gluten-free pizza bases. And I was like, grand, perfect, I'll just get a pizza. And then the only ones that they had was like either a cheese pizza, or a spicy pepperoni and jalapeno pizza. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm already dying. I may as well screw myself even more. So I got a pepperoni and jalapeno chili pizza.
1 second there, then I just gonna ask their Keane something because it's in my head. And
yeah, go on. And so when legit my first bite into the pizza, it was like a massive chili and jalapeno was on it as well. And I just looked at my brother who was also dying of a hangover, and he just went, "Oh, that wasn't a good decision, was it?" And I'm just like, "No." I was like, "I'm gonna die later on," but I'm happy to say that I didn't get sick at all. I'm really proud of myself. When I was the day after Wrestle Kingdom, no, it wasn't the day after, it was the night of.
See, this is the thing I like about cocktails.
Don't get
cocktails
sick.
Have never wanted to leave my body.
Never. They have never ever gone to me and been like, you know what, we're gonna come back up.
The only drink that entered my body and was like, no, I don't want to be in there, is tequila.
Yes. Like I can be stone cold sober, and if the first drink of the night we have is tequila, it will literally go.
Exactly. It won't stay in. I remember vividly the last time I properly had tequila was like the end of a night somewhere, and I had, for some reason, we were literally on our way out the door, but there's still a bar like before you come to the door, right? Oh yeah, we'll get a drink on the way out, and we went for the tequila. Literally walking out the door, I was mid-conversation, went back into the conversation.
Yeah.
It's just like I wasn't. It's just like no tequila. No.
It's just not. It's just one of those drinks. That's the one drink that does not sit well with me. But it was really funny because we couldn't understand. Like for months, I couldn't understand why every time I drink beer, I was getting sick afterwards. It never made me sick. Like I could drink Corona, and I'd be grand. But like if I was drinking Desperados or if I was drinking Sol, I would literally be 2 hours later, and I was like, that's not normal for me. To get that, and then it was only afterwards when I was diagnosed as celiac. I was like, this makes so much sense now. And then afterwards, it took me ages to kind of get used to like not ordering beer. And then I was like, well, why is Corona okay? But like I can't. So then it turns out Corona is actually like is a gluten free. It's a celiac. Corona is. It's great.
Is there not tequila in Desperados as well? Is it not like a tequila beer? So that wouldn't have helped either.
But I can't drink that anymore. because of the beer content in it.
Yeah,
because the week I can't drink it anymore anyway. That was the only time I'd ever be able to drink a tequila because it gave that one a sweet taste. Either Corona now, wine, which wine is taking a backseat after the rest of the incident.
Aaron.
And the fact that it completely wiped my memory.
Aaron, welcome back to our weekly discussion on alcohol.
Away from that, Alex has made a great point. In more than 10 words. I say in about an hour. In spirit. And I also realise as well, because I haven't been paying attention to this podcast has been entirely on Amy, I said. I haven't switched this camera in fucking ages.
Well, considering the name of the podcast, it would only be understandable that it was focused on her for most of it. The effects of the hangover, or the funover, are now wearing off. There's no need to be having her in focus.
You know what?
I'm going to check that for more news.
About that slightly. Do you remember the first time you did a podcast? I think I did a podcast, Witches, and you were like, shit, I just had realising for the last hour and a half, that entire thing was just of Amy's bedroom.
Yeah.
For an hour and a half of the first podcast, it was just my bedroom, which I'm rearranging my room constantly. Now you're all seeing like a different part of the room now. You can see the shelves, the set shrine is actually in full display. Incident, which was just me not paying attention to anything that's been said, but instead I'm basically having a moment with a fucking donut, and then this one, while I'm hungover, everyone is just watching me die and actually be reborn.
It's like how to recover from a hangover.
Yeah, I'm gonna see here because she was like dying a few minutes ago, but now she's like up and on it. I wonder what happened in the last space of 40 minutes, and then it's just me singing Trent Seven's praises, been like, as a fucking god. There we go. I have been reborn.
This is actually outstanding because, like, it was only the very, very start of it. You moved and went, ah!
No, I actually like right there in my back, like it stretched so much. I was like, do you know when you feel like you've just pulled a muscle? I was like, motherfucker, cramped up. I'm like, no, I'm dead. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, so like this is a huge, huge progress.
Thank you, Trent Seven. You brought me back to
life.
Anyway, Aaron, do you have any piece of news there you want to go on to before we go off into a mad tangent again? No. Okay then. So what else did we not talk about this week?
He did. He had the point that Alex brought up.
This is a weird one.
What?
Go ahead. The way when they leave Impact, they usually do a set of tapings and they leave. A set of tapings and they leave. Apparently, because Masters left in the middle, and no one knows why. It's like, see ya. No one knows why either. Even management are just like, cool.
Jesus, that call from WWE for a spot in the Rumble must have been fucking good.
He does actually show up at the wrong. Oh my god. Bank saying that she's the best women's wrestler ever. Fuck off.
Who? What?
I'm the best women's wrestler ever.
Who? Who are you talking
Sasha
about?
Banks. Sasha. Sasha.
Okay.
Bank.
Yeah, no, the reason why I asked you to repeat yourself was because your camera kept fucking cutting off, so I couldn't hear it.
All we heard you were saying.
So I didn't hear what you were saying. All I heard was bitch best wrestler, and that was it. I was like, I don't know who you're on about.
Who said it? I automatically assumed you were talking about somebody from TNA.
Yeah, I thought you were on about like Chelsea Green or some shit like that.
Audio was terrible. I have no idea where this is.
Tap your microphone there again.
Oh my god. Instead of say it again there, Dan, or what was that, Dan? It's like, sorry, Ron? Sorry, AA Ron? What are you saying there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with your audio.
Do I cut it often from?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Dan is the best.
No, wait, hang on a second. It's worse. It's like when you know those like megaphones that kind of muffle your voice.
Yeah.
Like alien or something. That's what you sound like. Kind of like one of the things from Doctor Who. The early forms of Broken Matt Hardy. The what do you call them?
I don't know what you're trying to say, so I can't even help you. Like,
what do you call the fucking little robot things in Doctor Who?
The Daleks.
Yeah, Dalek. Yeah, them.
The
He was
little
sounding like one of them.
Oh my god, yeah, you're a bit like a Dalek. I can't say that word anymore.
Can't hear you at all now.
You know what makes it worse? Because anytime I say Dalek, it just sounds like Dalek. Like Dalick. It's just my accent. And it's like so many things got ruined on me. And like John ruined the whole daddy thing, and now I'm just like, no, Dalek is now ruined as well.
Accents can have a severe impact on how people say things. Like I have a problem differentiating between the name Keane, as in corporate Keane, and the word Kane.
Keen and Kane.
This is not a good example. I'll write the example because obviously me speaking it is proving my point.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of like. All right, let me try and think if I can use an example using a very poor Nordy accent. So like, no, actually, I can't. I don't know. Keen. No, I don't see how you find that hard to differentiate.
Oh, I had this problem with Alex at New Japan. I had this problem with loads of people I've talked to. They're like,
I know, I know what you mean now. Yeah, I can see the message there. Okay. As in, oh, I'm keen on something, as opposed there's keen.
Well, no, that's another one. As well.
Just smile and nod. I feel really bad. Aaron, are you okay?
I kind of think we could get a full episode some week out of just getting me to pronounce words and just seeing how far off actually pronouncing like the words I am with my accent.
I'm having two ideas, right, for a podcast now, right? And it's literally it's your pronunciation of words, how long it actually takes for me to have a full-on recovery from a hangover, and to see what wrestlers or what topics will bring me out of the hangover.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Yes, thank you. Can we shut up about this fucking name business, please? God.
The only thing I'm thinking is that you know your microphone is from the computer, but at least we can hear you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Now.
Goldberg has been inducted into the Hall of Fame by Paul Heyman.
Really?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Paul Heyman?
That's random as fuck.
Okay, I would have imagined Eric Bischoff inducting him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's exactly the first name that came to my mind.
My automatic assumption was, oh, it's going to be Eric Bischoff inducting Goldberg. Jesus, they must really want him to do a really long speech. Oh my God, that's what it is, because they know Goldberg can't do a long speech, just like he can't do a long match. They'll get Paul to do all the talk and carry him along, and then it will just be like, thanks, and then go. He'll pick his son up on his shoulders and that'll be the end of it.
Oh no. I completely forgot something.
Do you know that one that
Donald's across the road from me has closed half an hour ago, and it's not opening again for 5 weeks.
What?
It's closing for refurbishments, and it's not opening again for 5 weeks.
Domino's across the road.
McDonald's.
Well, what?
5 weeks is getting refurbished for.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
That's a long ass time.
Yep. So I just had that sad realization that I didn't remember to go for my last McDonald's. Before that, I just got
Alex,
the notification on their post about it. Oh shit.
That's actually really sad. That's actually really sad, because I was just like, I would only have time to do the run to my McDonald's now, so I can get my drunk food.
Yeah, it normally stays open until 12, but because of the renovations, they're closing at 9 tonight, so they closed like 40 minutes ago. I'm like, oh fuck.
It's okay. We'll be okay. Here, look at it this way. On Sunday, you'll be
to be fair,
you'll be able to get one for all of us.
I'll be in Dublin for 2 weekends in a row. I can get me McDonald's filled in.
Yeah.
Grand.
And now
first last week.
I ask Amy, because you probably know this better than I would. Is that wrestling shop's going to be still open at St. Stephen's Green?
When?
Yeah.
What time?
Yeah, it'll be open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering, because I know the fella that runs it or whatever is going to be in Philadelphia, so I was like, yeah.
Oh shit! Actually, yeah.
That's a good point.
My
is there anybody else who'd have open?
There's one. Yeah, well, there is another chap that works there with him, and I don't know if
he's going as well.
Might have it open.
So I seen the chart again.
If you message Niall on Facebook.
Like they're doing a sale or something all week where they're having different discounts up until the Rumble. So I mean, there must be somebody going to be there, because obviously they'd be going over to the Rumble a couple of days beforehand.
I'd say he's flying out either.
No, I just
you'd assume it's the day before.
If you message the page on Facebook, he'll get back to you within not even an hour, like taking maybe 30 minutes. He'll be in touch with you to let you know what the story is.
I'm kind of interested to know. I was kind of thinking of going there as well if I'm up early enough.
Are we going to meet? Do you want to just meet there or so again like we did the last time?
I won't be able to, because we already have our pre-ritual up for the Rumble. I think there's a few of us going to get food in Cactus Jack's. And when I say a few of us, the sessions section is going to be meeting up.
Yeah, I'm going to be coming from Donegal with me cousin and me friends, so we're probably just going to arrive there. I don't know unless we're going earlier. But if
I'm going to end this podcast.
No, but if need be, we can meet you somewhere.
Yeah, we can meet up. Like, it won't be for food.
Just saying beforehand, just like we did the last time.
I haven't had the discussion with my cousin yet. I was hoping to have it today, but I didn't get discussion with him.
What time do you think you'll be getting to Dublin at, Aaron?
Last time.
What?
About 4 o'clock, was it?
Yeah, but I know.
No, you were there earlier.
But it was
you were fucking sitting in your hotel in your arse for fucking hours beforehand.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
I had to go to remember I brought. Do you know what?
You were sitting on your hole watching Punisher.
Wave, bye.
Hold on a minute.
Podcast now.
We're not finished. What the fuck? What are you doing?
I've done a podcast this week. It's just been us sitting here.
We're not finished. We were in the middle of it. You've distracted us so much. We were talking about wrestling.
Of wrestling conversation. We were in the middle of one, and then you stopped us. And then Alex made a point of something that Sasha Banks had said, and then you went to say on it, and then you just. Oh, there's a new Being the Elite up. Actually, yeah, no, we can end the podcast.
Fuck.
Right off the podcast.
I just got a notification. Drug free is up on Being the Elite. So yeah, we'll end it here. Bye. Sorry. But yeah, no, what the point that Alex had made, that Sasha Banks had said, that was on Aaron, did you see the message? Yeah, you did. Is that really the boat you want to be in, Aaron?
Someone please help me. Please. Please.
You didn't let me finish. You kind of, this is like, I still don't know what time we're going to get there at. Keen connoisseur of like going to nice food places in Dublin, so he might want to go up there earlier and go somewhere. Yes, you'd be more than welcome to join us.
As well, like, so.
Yeah, there you go then.
Food with ye, then sit in the middle of Wahlburger while everyone else is eating. I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs going.
You're going to be bringing Rachel as well, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't be sitting twiddling your thumbs unless you just really don't talk to Rachel much.
I do.
It's just going to be because like I've seen Rachel hungover, so I know me and her are going to get along like a fucking house on fire. So we're grand.
A podcast is going to be so much fun on Monday.
Okay, look, have we...
This is just assuming we all make it to Monday.
We will make it to Monday. We will. I believe.
But I'll be doing it from Cork. Wink, wink.
So like, you're gonna press down on your foot and nod.
Look, I'm just really happy that I managed to mention the new signees to WWE. That's all I'm happy about this podcast. And I did it while lying down dead.
To be fair, we mentioned all of the things we said we weren't going to talk about. So that's all right. Like, we mentioned them.
And do you know what else?
Didn't really talk about them in detail.
I really want to point out as well. Do you notice that we didn't actually get angry at each other?
Yeah, but that never happens when we're like it only happens when Alex is here.
Thank you, Dan, for you being the one to say it. Alex, we know you're watching.
Alex likes me anyway, so I can't really say anything too wrong. Like I'm only just pointing out the obvious here, and Alex knows he shit stirs.
Yeah, we all know who the shit stirrer is. If there was a choice, look at it this way, right? We were joking about it one of the days. I think it was before Wrestle Kingdom, because I remember up until 5 o'clock, and then after that we're all dead. Well, because I remember getting a Nando's, and I remember we met Butch outside of Nando's, and then we got to Buskers. It's a little bit hazy, right? It's very Eternal Sunshine of the Spotted Mind for me. And
Spotless Mind. We
were talking, it was me and John, Nathan, Oren, and Jordan, and we were chatting away about something, and it was literally John was going on about being like, if it was going through a divorce, like who would get who, like between the group, because me and him are the oldest. So it's like who would get like custody of which group. And it got to a point where I started thinking, I was like, Jesus was ever included in this, I actually don't want him anymore. I was like, I don't want him. It was like, I'd actually let someone else take him. And now I get the feeling that no one's going to want Alex. And it's his own fault and his own doing. Because he is a shit stirrer. I also realized
I'm watching the podcast, right? Can I just say something? Alex, you watch the fucking podcast to join the podcast. If so, message, for fuck's sake.
He's still in work, he said.
He already said no, he's still in work.
The podcast.
You don't read his message.
Yes, chances are he's on his fucking phone listening to it. I think it would be different if he was in his office there talking to his phone when he's meant to be working.
No, I'm still in work. Lol.
Also, we wouldn't see just his forehead that way. We'd actually have to look at his full face, like. Also, I can't wait for the time to catch up and he sees what we just said about him.
What you should know is actually Okada.
I can't reach the light switch.
Do you know that one that someone left TNA after only 3 matches because she refused to do a squash match. And apparently, as I'm reading this up, she debuted in TNA matches before, like her debut was her beating the shit out of the champion, and in 3 matches she was going to do a 90-second squash match. That's depressing.
Can I ask you something, actually? No. This is a legit question on this one, right? Between NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, how many women are on the roster?
Sasha Banks. Jesus, a lot of women on the roster, isn't there?
No, just between the 3 of them, is there 30 women?
There's 28.
No.
I think the goal was like 22 women, 8 surprise entrances. I know Stacey Keibler is one of them.
Right. No, so you're saying, okay, so there's 20. Let's say, so there's, in your view, there's 28 women on Raw, SmackDown, and
then the other thing is Charlotte and Alexa Bliss aren't in it because they're champions, so there's 2 less.
Okay, so then let's say there's 4 spots, right? Let's say there. Obviously, not every woman.
Paige is injured, so she can't wrestle.
Yeah, so that's 5. So we're down to like 25.
Roughly 19 regulars main roster and 10 in NXT.
Okay. So let's take out. Okay, so obviously NXT wise, not every woman would be included NXT wise. So take out, let's say 5 women from NXT. 4 women from NXT would actually make an appearance in the Rumble. That would leave then the rest of them would be returns or an actual surprise booking.
See, the thing is that you have Ronda, supposedly.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So that's another space.
Take out the 2 champions, Paige, and that would leave you down with, let's say, 25.
Then again, there is a small chance that not every woman on the current roster will be in it anyway.
I don't. See, the thing is, I don't think you can't not let every other woman in. If you know what I mean. Because then that would mean then that you're focusing your actual return. Like that means you're focusing your women's roster on people returning, women anyway in general. To have that many returns, to have 30 women battle royal. That's why I'm curious as to how many women are actually on the roster to try and generate see how many surprises there will actually be. So I would say there would be 5 returns, maybe 2.
The 5 returns, I think I can count in my hand right now. So you got Stacey Keibler's one.
Good God, no.
Medusa, maybe Medusa, probably not.
Beth Phoenix.
That's already 5.
Oh my God, it's like Jacqueline.
So that would be 6 then returning.
The other thing is as well, Nikki Bella is supposed to come back as well.
There's a fella I'm working with, right? And he says he's a wrestling fan. No, he says he only likes the divas.
That's a bad start.
He is convinced kind of like giving me migraines that Trish Stratus is winning that Royal Rumble.
I Actually, do you know what? Actually,
That's happening.
I don't think she's going to win, but I have a feeling that she will be one of the last remaining.
The final four.
Oh, she will. She probably will.
That's
she might even be the last one, but she ain't fucking winning this. Like
the end, but I can't see her winning it.
Oh, could you imagine a stare down between Asuka and Trish Stratus?
Yes.
I think if there's going to be any stare down in this, that's going to make people go, "Ooh!" It's going to be between Charlotte, or for just nostalgia pop, Trish and Lita.
Look at it this way: if Beth Phoenix returns and Natalya is in the ring, the two of them will double team up. One of them, then that's when like there'll be a turn of one of them throwing the other out. But that would only be in a sense if I actually thought that Beth Phoenix would be coming back to act.
It's just a bit of a strange coincidence that she is now commenting on.
I mean, she's getting a lot more vocal now that she's been back, now that she's in the Hall of Fame. She's making her presence a lot more known. But like, it's not just her though, because I follow Natty on Instagram, and even Natty is doing it an awful lot now as well. She's constantly like, oh, like the Throwback Thursday posts and stuff like that. They're all her and Beth now. Like, she's making Beth's presence to be known again. So I think that I think there's a few of them that might actually be coming back.
Yeah. I've no interest in it whatsoever.
Nice.
Apparently, some really, really good Photoshop. But that's Alexis Sanchez with his United kid on.
What the hell are you doing bringing football into it?
Because we do this every week.
The same way we throw alcohol into it. Sometimes deep, meaningful conversation and advice on life. And
I bought my new Man United top.
And
I'm very proud of.
Have they went down in price much at all? You know, it's like mid-season.
60.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to think. Where did you get it? Lifestyle, yeah. Because I think here in Kenny there's a shop that does them cheaper. Walking from that shop, going into Lifestyle, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is it that price?
WWE might be getting rid of Ricochet's name.
I don't think they are.
I thought I'd seen something there last day where they were letting him keep his name.
Yeah.
So under...
Where it said they were letting him keep his name. And then somebody was making the comment, I'm going to keep his real name, because that's why they, mentioned his...
Yeah. They keep mentioning his real name, and apparently on the website as well, he's known as Trevor Mann, not Ricochet.
See, that's the whole thing. He's known around the world.
No, I'd fully see him going in as Ricochet. He will come
They'll do a Prince Devitt on him. They'll give him a new WWE name.
I actually don't mind that. I like Finn Balor.
Oh,
it's just like, but it was cool. Like whenever they did finally debut him, they had the whole Prince Devitt and then faded into Finn Balor. And then... I like
it works. What?
Can I get on to the funny bit of news that happened this week with Alberto Del Rio? It was fucking hilarious.
Oh god, yeah.
He said sorry for everything he said to Triple H. And
blame Paige. Yeah. What the fuck?
What a prick.
Sorry.
Paige.
Sorry, stop. I haven't heard this. Start from the very beginning. What the fuck?
You heard this?
as you know,
full article there, Aaron.
Here in front of me. I love this whole twin screen setup I have. It's this.
Just shut up and tell me what happens.
So this is what he said. A man who knows when he's wrong. In fact, I was in contact with them when they admitted their mistake the first time I left. I also admit my mistake. I personally apologize to Triple H for the issues we had. Relationship with my ex-partner. She and her entire family made me believe relationship. She made me believe that the videos, Paige and Maddox, and all of that was happening to her. What happening outside to her was perpetrated by Triple H. At the time, I believed her because she was my partner. I defended her heart and sword. Jesus Christ, this is worded so badly. Later, I realized how wrong I was to place my trust in that person. I deeply regret my words and apologize to Triple H, his wife, and the WWE. Basically, I really want my job back. My job back.
I've said sorry.
Oh my God, is this? So let me get this straight. He's like, oh shit, she can't wrestle anymore. Oh my God, this means I might actually be able to get back in now. Here, it was all her fault. Can I come back?
It's just hilarious. It's like he's trying to say, like, this was during the time when she was desperate to try and get back into WWE. She was working hard to get over her injury and get back in. Why the fuck would she be shit stirring and try?
Oh, that is
like
no. He was at one point my favorite fucking wrestler in the WWE. Bar no one.
The way for you, like, here, I'm ready to come back whenever they want me to come back, and it's like he's presuming they want him back.
Yeah, like Joe's actually really funny about the whole
thing.
Joe's actually really funny about the whole thing as well. He's like saying, "Is like, oh, when she was trying to like stay relevant, she was trying to get back into WWE. WWE never actually turned their back on her. They were like, no, you're injured. You need to get over your surgery."
They were helping make a movie for her, and they're probably going to promote it whenever it comes out. Like,
ever going to be any issue with Paige going back to WWE, even after everything that happened? There was never going to be a situation they were like, no, fuck off.
The clearest indication there was never going to be a problem was the fact that Xavier Woods was still working.
Exactly.
It was like, yeah, it's going to be okay.
She's grand. Like, she's sorted. Like, she's grand. Like, she's going to be back. It's grand.
Like, this is the clearest indication as to why the two of them have broken up in the first place. Must he have been doing, like, when was just them together? Never mind what he's doing in public.
I don't even want to know. I still go back and I still look at the video of him slapping his arse off those steps, and I still laugh. Whenever in a moment, I'm just like, oh my God, like today is just one of those days where literally it's just a black hole and I don't know how to get out of it. Alberto falling on step. Yeah, there we go. I'm all good again. It is the greatest thing in the world. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever.
Hang on a second. Does Alex's message mean that he's finished work now?
My shift came on shit. Not that I care either.
He's probably realized he hasn't to go home now.
It's
Dana White that about CM Punk returning to the UFC. I like that guy. He's a good dude. He wants to get another shot. That would be fun.
Before he makes his Rumble return, or
could you imagine?
No, I don't want to.
No, I'd rather not.
People will flip tables. Men will orgasm. Women will give birth. The world will rejoice. It will be fucking amazing.
I can speak to the 5 women that will be in attendance. No, we won't. For the
you might not, but
will be in attendance.
My fate.
No, we won't. Now,
you say that.
No, I've never been I've never been a Punk person.
He's
To be
the
honest with
only
you,
person.
it never really did much for me. So for me, like it would be hit and miss sort of thing.
I said this
Punk
on
is the
Twitter,
reason why I watch wrestling now.
Yeah.
He's
A couple of weeks ago. I don't miss people that need the WWE because they usually fuck off to the indies. So there's always like a nice supply of shit, like Cody Rhodes and stuff like that. There's always a nice little fucking supply of stuff that you can watch. There was no build up of this fucking urge and just come back. I miss him so much.
he's
the only wrestler I can truly say I fucking miss him in WWE. Like.
I owe him a lot.
No.
If it wasn't for CM Punk, I wouldn't know who the fuck you people are. And I say that with the nicest of words that I can. If it wasn't for CM Punk, this wouldn't be happening right now.
So you mean to say that CM Punk is at fault for bringing Alex into your life, and you still thank him?
Here, I don't have any problems with Alex, so I can say yes.
I can't wait. This is terrible to say, but I just want Alex just to do something just to rub you the wrong way, just so you can be like, I fucking know where Amy is.
We've come close several times, but I just get to the stage where I go, he's genuinely trying.
No, I know. I just want it to happen just once, just so you'll be like, shit. That okay? Now I understand where their rage is coming from. It doesn't have to be a long time.
Oh, it may happen one day, but it hasn't happened yet. But yeah. CM Punk did what?
Yeah, I'm writing back.
Okay. No, because to say like CM Punk brought me back to watching wrestling in general. Then it made me want to make a page on Facebook. Made the IWC. Met Aaron through that. Then found the forum because Dolan wanted to share the group on the page. So that's how we became friends with Dolan, got into the forum, and met all a few people, and then slowly abandoned the AWC.
Do you want me to take over as admin? Because like it's gone to a point where Dolan now just gonna go, so it's Amy's group now. Yes.
Guess who?
Yay! Please! Yay!
Look at you! You're such a little cutie. Oh, I'm so glad he's home.
The best guest we can ever have.
Oh, he's so cute.
For the love of God, Aaron, he better be the focus screen currently.
Aaron, is he on? Who's the best boy? Oh, he's so cute. I'm so glad he's home. Hello.
Where were you?
Hello.
Does he actually have any idea what has happened?
No.
Oh.
Idea that he was missing.
Yeah, he doesn't realise that there was 4 random people, 2 in Dublin and 1 in Letterkenny, that were like, Jesus Christ, I really hope that dog in Cork gets home.
He's looking at the screen.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so happy.
You just want to go to bed now, don't
you?
This is midnight now.
Do you know what? That's actually that's a perfect way to end the podcast. Yeah, a lovely reunion.
Actually, yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Let's
I want that. We're done.
Hang on a second.
Yo, puppy! Oh, he's waving.
Oh. Alex is currently free if you want to get him on for
No, we have the best ending.
I'm gonna end the podcast there because honestly, you can't really top that. We can't really top that.
All right. Fair enough.
All right.
Bye bye.